Yeah, here we go. What's up, guys? It's 8:04, Friday, end of the week. Happy Friday to you. Friday is a good day for coffee. Cheers. We're doing real coffee today, not the Monster Energy drinks, and it's in the cup. Do epic shit that I got from my brother Will at the A4D meetup last year in San Diego. So thanks, Will. Hope you and your wife, or maybe girlfriend, but I think wife, hope you guys are doing well if you happen to see this video. Now listen to me. This has been an amazing week and I want to do a wrap up. This is not rehearsed. I didn't think about what I'm going to say. As you can see, I didn't really get dressed up and put on my nicest suit and tie. I'm just going to go off the cuff because the truth is, on YouTube, I don't want to see people talking who have rehearsed what they're going to say. I don't pay attention to channels where people get dressed up before they do a video. I don't like watching channels where people are reading from a script or have thought about what they're doing in any way, because to tell you the truth, you can get enough of that on TV. What those YouTube channels are, they're not YouTube channels. They're business sales channels. You know what I mean? So when I want to learn about fitness, let's say I want to learn about the keto diet, which I have been experimenting with. And I go to YouTube and I type in keto diet overview. And I see a guy who's hanging out, sharing his day, showing what he eats, just talking smack, having a good day and helping people while he goes. That's the one I tune into. But if a guy has a chalkboard and he's standing there with a pointer and a laser pen and he's wearing like a khaki and button-ups horrible outfit, and he's like, step 1 of the keto diet. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jim Dingaman from Larry'sWeightLoss.com. And before we get started, I want to make sure you check out my program. It's over. Like, I don't want to hear it. And then they go, step 1. What is the keto diet? It's over. I don't want to see that, man. I want to see a dude who's ripped, who's doing the keto diet, living his life, sharing what he eats, what he doesn't eat, stuff like that. That's what I like. That's why I like YouTube. If I wanted to be sold to, I could go to TV and watch an infomercial for Ab Cruncher or something like that. So anyway, that was a long way of saying, let's look back at the week. It's been an eventful week. If you guys have been paying attention to my YouTube videos, you will have noticed that. I did a video. Let's go back over the videos. I did a quick video about Donald Trump chaos, political chaos, and how everyone on both sides are all idiots. It's all kind of the same thing. And I have this phrase that keeps going through my head, that in politics, when it comes to politics, the only time you're wrong is when you choose a side. And I think it's true. The only time you're wrong is when you choose a side, because at the end of the day, both sides are the exact same thing. The only difference with Trump and the rest of the politicians is that he doesn't seem to be lying as much. Like most of our other presidents and politicians, they just say whatever the public wants to hear. Oh, I support gay people. Oh, we love minorities. Oh, I just love lesbians. And then behind the scenes, they work in the dark corners and they work with the bankers and they do all that. But Donald Trump's like, whatever, here's what I'm doing. I'll post a tweet. I love that. I love it. I love that he uses his Twitter to say crazy stuff because, like I said, and I'm no politics expert, but I believe every president we've ever had was doing insanely crazy, shady stuff behind the scenes, but they kept it very well hidden. And you guys know, you can't trust anyone on either side because you're not even voting for a real person when the elections happen. You're voting for a robot who has been programmed by professional speech writers, and they teach them how to talk. They write the words for them. They teach them how to use their hand. They tell them when to smile. They tell them when to wave their arm. They tell them when to look left. They tell them when to look right. They tell them when to smile. And they tell them when to nod. So all of the politicians that run in the elections, they're fake. Like, we have no idea what they really want. At least with Trump, okay, he's a lunatic, yeah, but he's just upfront with it. So I don't care either way. I'm not a politics guy. I really don't believe in the system at all. Two parties is just ridiculous, and one president doesn't make any sense. We should have maybe 15 presidents or a council and 10 different parties to choose from. Or I don't know. I'm no expert. But I'm entertained with what's going on right now, and I hope for the best, and that's all you can do. I'm not going to riot in the streets because I don't agree with something that he says. I'm going to cross my fingers and say, God, maybe we have a chance at something different, because if nothing else, he is different. Anyway, let me get off politics and move into the next subject. That video was called Donald Trump, Delete Uber, Everything is Chaos, or something like that. And then the other thing that happened was I was right in the middle of a murder spree a few days ago. I was in a coffee shop, and a guy was running around Sunset Boulevard stabbing people. And he ran to the coffee shop that I was in and tried to get in, but the employees, thank God, held the door shut and he could not get in. And this is the part of the story I didn't know until after I did that video. He came to the coffee shop first. He stabbed someone on the street, came to the coffee shop and was trying to get in there. He couldn't get in, so he got mad, ran across the street to Jack in the Box, went in there and stabbed someone straight away. Then there's video footage of him. He comes out of the Jack in the Box with this bloody knife, and he's just standing there looking around. And then police, he goes back in the Jack in the Box. He sees the police. They run up to him with assault rifles, like shotguns and automatic weapons. It looks like a military zone. He goes back in the Jack in the Box. They race up with their guns, and you can see what happens. Like the cops open the door, they stop, they point their weapons, and then they just kind of panic. And all of a sudden they do this lurch and just start shooting. And it turns out what was happening was he ran in there. I guess the cops were coming. He decided I better do it while I can. And he just ran into Jack in the Box and started stabbing as many people as he could. And when they saw that, you can see their expression change. They're like, freeze. And they go, fuck, oh no. And they just start shooting. And that's when he must have been running around just jabbing people with the knife. You can look it up online. It's probably the most terrifying thing I've been through in possibly ever, like as far as crime-related scenes go. I don't know that I've ever been more terrified. But that was an eventful day. What else has happened? Oh man, I discovered this sushi train. This isn't important at all, but my favorite thing now is sushi trains. There's this place called Blue Sea Sushi by my house. And I went in and just started picking things off the train, and I love it. And the reason I love it, not because the food's so much better or anything like that, it's that you can just walk in, sit down, and grab something to eat. You don't have to wait. You don't have to play the game of waiting 10 minutes for them to come take your order and then waiting 15 minutes for them to bring it out. You just walk in, sit down, grab whatever you want, and start eating. They give you a bill at the end, and that's it. The waitress shows up at some point to give you some water. I love it, man. So if you've never done a sushi train, find one that has a sushi train running around on a belt. Try it out. It's the most fun with sushi I've had ever. I love it. I've been there 3 times this week. I went there yesterday. What else has happened? Oh, I did a secret. I run an affiliate marketing forum called madsociety.net, and I did a promo. People keep asking me for coupon codes for discounts, and I never had one. I just always told them, no, we don't have one. If you want to sign up, sign up. If you don't, don't. But I decided so many people are asking, let me see what happens. So I created a coupon code with my brother Darren, who built Mad Society, and we set it up to run for one day, 25% off. And I blasted out a few emails to tell them about it. And we got a boatload of new members, man. It was great. So if you're new to the forum and you're watching this, welcome. If you're a member, help these new people out. Log in. Just say hi to them. You know, if they have a question and you know the answer, quickly answer it. And I'll be in there as well, fielding questions and helping people as well. If you guys don't know what that is, I hate even talking about it because the industry is so, the guys that talk about it are so shady, and I hate them and I don't want to be associated with them at all. But I do actually do affiliate marketing for a living for 10 years. I've done really well with it. It is real. There's a lot of fake shysters out there who preach about the 3 tips to make $1 million a week. All that's fake, but it really does exist. It really does work. And I have about a huge number of people in the forum now who are trying to learn. Some are having massive success, and I'm proud of those guys. When they follow the rules that I lay out and that the other people have laid out, it works. But when people try to break the rules and do their own thing, and then they ask me why it's not working, I'm like, dude, who told you to try that? Like, that will never work. You have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do that, you've got like a 70% chance of it working. If you do your own thing, you've got like a 2% chance of it working, and you're probably going to lose everything you try. So that's a really fun time for me. I get to kind of passively coach hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people at once. And it's interesting. It's interesting. And it teaches me a lot. It's weird when you teach people stuff, you learn as well. Like as you're going through your answers or you're coming up with ideas, you kind of go, oh, maybe I wouldn't have thought about that in that way. It kind of helps me as well. So it's a pretty cool trade-off. Same with YouTube. You guys may tune in to get inspiration or to see what I'm up to or to learn something. But at the same time, me doing it from this end helps me. I don't know why I like doing these videos, but I love doing YouTube videos. And I've actually done these YouTube videos since before YouTube started. I had a webcam show called Malan TV in like 2005. And I know because I still have the email where I've emailed a friend of mine and said, I think I'm going to move my show to this thing called YouTube that just came out. I think it's going to be really big. Unfortunately, I did move the channel to YouTube, but I didn't stick with it. If I had, I would have been one of the pioneers of YouTube, and I'd probably have 2 billion subscribers by now. Who knows? But what's funny is it was on this channel, and hidden on this channel are about 100 videos from 2005 to 2006 of me in my house in Tulsa, Oklahoma, when I was still drinking. I was taking pills. I had been run over by a car, and I had a cast on my leg, so I was basically at home bored on pain pills recording videos of myself. They exist on here. And if I get enough requests, here's what I'll do. If you want to see one of the old videos, I'll find one that I can show because some of them are really embarrassing, but they're funny. If enough people like and comment on this video, I'll post one of those old videos. I would have been, it was 10 years ago. So I would be 10 years younger. Before I started affiliate marketing, I was full-time in a band and I was doing web design. I was drinking like a lunatic and taking pain pills, and I have footage of it. So if you want to see that, you have to like the video and then post a comment, and I might share it. Other than that, that's really all I have, man. Just wanted to share a coffee with you guys, wrap up the week. Some things went great. My affiliate campaigns are going really well. I figured out a trick to get the traffic source I'm running on to just spew traffic. Sometimes you have to I'll do another video about this, but sometimes you have to learn to game the traffic source. What I mean is you can't just say log into Facebook. Well, Facebook is different. And on a lot of traffic sources, you can't just set up a campaign and run it. You have to figure out the nuances. Okay, if I bid this and put my budget here, I need this CTR, and then I can spike the budget, I can drop the bid, and you kind of come up with this system that makes the traffic come out like a funnel, like a fire hose. If you don't figure it out, you'll just get a trickle. You may just give up and go, oh, this doesn't work. You have to be creative. It's not as simple, although all the gurus out there will tell you that all you have to do is follow this simple system and you'll make $1 million. That's all fake. That's not true at all. It's a lot of work. It takes a lot of creativity. You have to have some sort of a design. You have to be able to make a banner ad and a web page. If you can't do that, learn to do that and then think about it. The dream that people sell of anyone, mom and pop, can just follow these 10 steps and you can quit your job. All fake, guys. 100% fake. I've been doing it 10 years. I don't know anyone that's ever happened to. It's a lot. Most people spend the first year really working hard. Like it's a night and day, sleepless, crazy and fun and insanely fun ride. But it's a lot of work. But I'll do a video about gaming the system soon. I'll do that. I'm at 14 minutes. I need to get off here. Anyway, we'll close with that. I hope you had a great week. It's Friday. If you're working a 9 to 5, thank God you get 2 days to live your life. Try to enjoy them. Don't spend them like I used to, just getting drunk and doing cocaine and sleeping in the yard. And do something positive. Go to the gym. Research a new diet. Try to lose 10 pounds. I don't know. Do something to fix yourself because it's up to you. It's up to me. That's a lesson I learned later in life. I always thought the world's job was to fix me, that their job was to twist to my demands so that the world was convenient for me. But that's not how it works. The world is the world. It won't change. It would take a nuclear bomb to go off for this place to change. But what you can do is change yourself. And in some ways, when you change yourself for the better, you set an example for the people around you, and maybe they start to change themselves for the better. And then people watch them, and their circle starts to make improvements. And in that small way, you can cause a ripple effect that could possibly change the lives of 1 million people. You would never know. You'll never get paid for it. You'll never even be sure that it happened. But it's interesting. Instead of trying to teach people how to better themselves, you just better yourself and let them watch. And as they observe, they'll start to ask questions. Then you give them the answer. But if you try to give them the answer before they ask the question, they're not going to listen. I've tried it 100 times. I have friends, people in my life that I would like them to do better, and I've tried to force my ideas on them, like, you need to do this, never works. But when they come to me and go, okay, I'm out of ideas and I'm desperate, how do I stop drinking? Then I go, okay, now we're ready. Here's what I did, and I can share my story with them that way. But anyway, that's your final thought. It's Friday. We did it. It's 8:20, 16 minutes in, and I got to go. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, comment and like the video if you want to see an old video from back in the day, and I'll make it unprivate, and I'll point you towards it next week. That's it. Have a great weekend, man. Let me know what you're up to. If you had successes and struggles, post it in the comments. Look, man, we're kind of like a family here, and people will respond to you. Some people respond in bad ways, but that's just part of life. Post what you're up to. I'll see you in the comments. And as always, I will see you in the future.